Hello, I'm Barry Hearn, President of Matchroom Sport. As you know, I'm a big pool fan and I can't wait to tell you about what we've got in 2022 and going forward. We are going to make pool a major global sport, and together we're going to show what can be achieved and what dreams can be created for the players from all around the world who already play this wonderful game. 2022 is a massively important year for nine-ball pool. Matchroom, under the leadership of Frazer, are going to promote more and more events, and we're going to create bigger and bigger prize funds. For the first time, you have a major sporting company looking after the players and making sure the opportunities are second to none.
Matchroom are bringing the Nineball World Rankings to the sport of pool. What an exciting announcement that we're bringing you in 2022. Finally, players have a clear and transparent entry system to the biggest staged events in the world.
The nine-ball pool world is set to change dramatically. Matchroom themselves will promote at least 2 additional events in 2022, the UK Open and the European Open. But our partners and friends around the world that will join us on this adventure, this journey into the unknown for nine-ball pool, will also add significant numbers of events, so we produce a global calendar for the first time for players to pick and choose where they want to play, when they want to play, for the prize money available for them to win. It's a game changer, and I can't wait for it to start. Nine-ball pool is about to change dramatically. New events, bigger prize money, more partners around the world creating opportunities, more players earning their living and deserving the right to describe themselves as professional pool players. It's all about nine-ball pool, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
With the support of the WPA, the Nineball World Rankings is a perfect opportunity to bring together the entire pool community. It is time we create structure and organisation within this sport.
I'm delighted the WPA through Ian Anderson has joined us in this unbelievable adventure we're about to begin. Federations around the world will give us their support as well, because it makes sense for the players. They are, after all, our most important commodity. So sit back, listen to Frazer send out some of the details, watch the website for changes, get involved either as a player or a fan, it doesn't matter. We need everyone to pull in the same direction, and under Matchroom's leadership, nine-ball pool will shock the world over the next few years. Sit back or practice and get ready to enjoy yourself.
This announcement of structure is exactly what the sport of pool has needed in order to push forward and to commercialise. Now there will be a clear structure on our website that will detail, these are the schedule of events, these are how you can qualify, this is when the cut-off is, and that won't change. It is clear as soon as you hit that January mark of how you can make it into these events. And even more so, the seeding. The seeding is key at the Matchroom events. The US Open, the top 32 can be seeded. And that's what the players want to play for. They want to be able to have that advantage heading into an event that has $300,000 of worth of prize money. The last couple of years, we've gone from 3 events to now 8 events that we're launching in 2022. But it was vital and integral to the sport of pool for us to work together and to bring the pool community together and to work with other event organisers as part of our Nineball World Rankings. Thanks to the likes of Diamond Billiards for the Derby City Classic and Pat Fleming for the International Open, who have come on board as part of our Nineball schedule of events to create a bigger ranking system for the players. Some of our events aren't all ranking events. Premier League pool, for instance, for the top 16 players on the top 32 who award entry into Premier League pool, that's not a ranking event. However, our open events, which is the direction that Matchroom are heading into, you can earn your ranking points off of prize money won. This announcement is exactly what Paul needed. We needed structure, we needed leadership, and we're happy to put in that work, but we need a strong team of other organisers and other promoters around us to push this sport forward. The aim is 9-ball. This is only 9-ball rankings. The other disciplines in the sport of pool are fantastic. Who doesn't love the bank shots and who doesn't love 8-ball? But we must look at the history of 9-ball, the entertainment factor of 9-ball. This is where the viewing figures are increasing. This is what engages our audience. Look at the Mosconi Cup just happened. The fans are increasing year by year. 9-ball is the way to commercialise this sport, and that is the way that we increase the players' prize money.
We've been promoting 9-ball pool at Matchroom for 25 plus years, and we've loved every second of it. But the game needs to make that quantum leap into the big time, and Matchroom are ready now to take it there in 2022. This is going to be electric.
The top 32 starting in 2022 was one of the hardest challenges that we at Matchroom have found since this launch. Obviously, the players' careers are in our hands, and it's not something that we have taken lightly or not tried to think about every possible outcome. This top 32, which is effectively a 40 list, has been sent to the promoters who are on board as part of our 9-ball world rankings and sanctioned and agreed with the WPA. Obviously, there is going to be so many different ways that the top 32 can be formed. We must look at results prior COVID. We must look at results during, who's currently playing the tour, what their results are like. There are so many factors that we must take into place, and this has taken a lot of thought and consideration and not something we have decided lightly. From the start of 2022, that top 32 will be used for all of our events for that year leading up to the Mosconi Cup. Seeding, entry system will all be used from that list, which is very clear on our Matchroom Pool website. This top 32 list may change throughout the year. We have ensured that we have a strong and fair rankings committee who will monitor the top 32 throughout this year to see if anything needs to be changed following any recent performances won by particular players. Alongside our top 32 that is used for 2022, we will also have a current prize money rankings list. That will accumulate all of the schedule of events and prize money won that will come into effect for the next edition of the Mosconi Cup, as well as 2023.
2022 can't come too soon for us. We've been planning this for the last 12 months, an explosion of new events, bigger prize money, lower entry fees in the world of 9-ball pool. We're going to make a difference. We're passionate about this sport. This is not a game. This is a business, a global business. But it's aimed with players coming first in the queue. We want to create opportunity. We want to reward excellence. We want to operate a meritocracy. We're going to change the world of 9-ball pool. I think a lot of people are going to want to be part of it.
At Matchroom, our goal and our future aim is to produce a 2-year ranking list, and that will be awarded off of prize money won. Players in turn will be able to earn their ranking points by choosing and selecting which ranking events and which schedule they can adhere to. They can pick and choose as to which events they can play. And in turn, they can choose from traveling from A to B to C and actually having their own career and making a living from the sport of pool and nineball. With a launch as big as this, we understand there is a million questions that need answering. If you're unsure about anything, whether you're a player, a fan, or an event organizer, head to Matchroom Pool and hopefully everything will be clear on there. Yes, there's 8 Matchroom events now added to the calendar, and what fantastic news to the pool players around the world. But we must all come together and commercialise this together. If you're interested in organising an event and being a part of such a prestigious world ranking system, then get in touch. All of the information is on our website.
For once, the world of nineball pool is singing from the same hymn sheet. For too many years, there's been distractions, there's been egos, there've been financial mismanagement, whatever you want to call it, but it hasn't helped the case for creating nineball pool as the world's biggest cue sport. We know more people play nineball pool than any other cue sport out there, so why? Well, we've not been organised, we've not been sensible, but now is the time for all of us to get together. Join forces on a journey that will transform and change this sport forever. And it will be built around transparency and honesty. We will create a commercial success for the benefit of everyone involved, but we have to pull together.
Now, there are certain regulations that will be in place to become a ranking event. The events will be split into blue ribbon status, a major event, and also a ranking event. These will determine which status those events categorise into. Certain regulations will be in play. We're trying to standardise all of the event rules for these events. Too often there are race to 4s or race to 9s, or 1 on the spot. Is it 9 on the spot? Let's standardise the rules. No 3-point rule. Players don't inspect the rack. Let's tighten up those pockets. Let's make it tougher. The standard of play in nineball pool has got stronger. There are more players joining this circuit. We must come together and we must agree that there needs to be more structure and organisation. It's not to say we're going to get it completely right in year 1, and we're all ears to suggestions of our fellow promoters who come on board with us. Let's make this great sport even greater, and let's commercialise it. We have an incredible industry of pool players, different personalities that need to be recognised, and we must transition these athletes into professional pool players and celebrities. Let's keep the player interviews, let's get these personalities across, and let's get more pool events on TV, more ranking events, more promoters, more event organisers, more prize money, more pool players. Let's fill these fields up. Let's sell these events out, and let's ensure that each seat is filled at every one of our spectator events. We are bringing you a total of $1.7 million of prize money just for 2022. What a journey we are on, and what a journey we are starting. This announcement of the Nineball World Rankings is exactly what pool has needed to turn this into a global recognised sport. This is what the players need. This is what the fans need. And this is the motivation that every single person out there who loves this game just as much as we do to pick up a cue and to start playing. This launch has been a perfect opportunity for us to sit back and to look and evaluate how we have been running and staging our events. It's time we professionalise in ourselves, and it's time that we create a stronger relationship with the WPA and the federations across the world in pool. This is a fresh start. This is time for everyone to come together in the community to professionalise this sport. Now, if you're sitting there watching this announcement and reading all of the various comments and just as excited and overwhelmed as we are ourselves, the best thing you can do is to head to our Matchroom Pool website. You'll be able to download a PDF document which will detail all of our Nineball World Rankings scheduled events. Within that PDF, it will detail the name of the event, prize money total, how you enter, where you can enter, what the seeding structure is, and any notes on the format and further dates and venue requirements. All your questions should be answered. Like we said, we won't get it right every time, but we're here, we're ready to listen, and we're determined to make this sport great.
Here at Matchroom, we have the greatest team of pool administrators the sport has ever seen. I know how passionate they are because for many years I've led them, and we've shared the passion as we've watched the Moscone Cup expand beyond belief. We've seen the World Pool Championships, the World Cup of Pool, and our other pool events develop. Well, now's the time for the next big push, and we don't do small pushes. We only do big pushes. So prize money's going up. Tournaments are going up. A global schedule's being created. We're working with our partners around the world. The WPA has given us their support and their backing because they know it makes sense. We're good at what we do, and the players that play Nineball Pool are good at what they do. This is a marriage made in heaven. If we all pull together as we will, there's no stopping us. Happy 2022. It's going to be amazing.